Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Stay tuned and watch the rest of this video as we put an M2C motor mount and chassis brace on the Arrma Vorteks. So stay tuned. Alright, here we go. Hey gang, so here we are with our package. I figured just do a different look to how I do my videos, but we're just gonna unpackage this and see what we got in the package. Let's see here. So we got like a MC2 racing sticker and a thank you slip here. And let's see what else is in here. We got our receipt. Let me open this up. There is a receipt that I got here from MC2 Racing, and this is the important part. Make sure there's nothing left when you take out your stuff. You don't want to be missing anything, so no screws or anything in there. And it looks like we have, let me I guess unwrap this here. There seems to be some hardware in here too, and we'll have to figure out what they're for because there's no instructions in here. So these are the main pieces. It's the motor plate as well as the block. And just by looking at this, these are really nice pieces, as you can see here. And I believe these are machined, but they're nicely polished. I wish they came in different colors that you can get them in if they're going to be like this. Red, blue, whatever color if you can specify. But just by looking at these are really nice. They're not as heavy as I thought they were going to be, but at least they'll be a little bit more durable than the Arrma ones. From what I've heard, that people are stating that they've been bending motor plates, but I don't do, as you know, I don't do like heavy bashing or jumps, so I haven't run into that problem. But I seen this on the website, and I wanted to get this for my Arrma Vorteks just to dress it up a little bit more. But it looks like they also give you like a drill bit. And then also like a couple of washers and like a hex nut or a hex head screw here. So okay guys, so here we are with the parts from MC2s. Again, we have the motor plate and what they also call the chassis brace. There are other things that also comes in a package when I took it out. It does come with these two washers here and the drill bit. And from what I read on the website, these two washers are actually meant for the motor to mount to this brace. So basically, if you look at the plate here, you would use your existing screws for the motor, and you put the screws through the washers so that it doesn't actually pull through. Okay, so that's where the washers goes. It's for these two here when we mount our motor. And then lastly, it comes with the actually there's also another screw here. So there is a hex head screw here so that you put together the brace to the motor plate when we mount it. And then also there is a drill bit, and the drill bit is actually from what I read on the website is for this plastic casing. So this plastic casing, when we take it apart, as you can see, it has like these three screws here that go through the plastic, the composite plastic. So they may need to be reamed out a little bit just so that we can screw this plastic housing to the M2C motor plate. So that's what that is for. The tolerances might be a little bit off, so M2C actually provides this this drill bit for us to remount. Okay guys, so let's start getting this together and putting this together, and we'll see how everything turns out. Hey guys, so here we are back with the motor as well as the MC2 motor plate and the brace. We're going to start by taking this apart here. We're taking apart the stock plate here. Got to change my bit to the 2.0. We'll take apart the case and we'll see. Is this the correct one here? Just double check. Nope, that's not the right one. This looks like the right one. But we'll see how everything goes together. And then from what I heard, the purpose of putting on this motor plate, one, or basically the first reason to do so, is that people have been actually bending the stock motor plate that Arrma has, and that occurs usually on big jumps and big bashes. And I guess if they're using like aftermarket motors or bigger motors, just at the weight of the motor when the vehicle lands, just causes it to bend the plate. This Arrma, the Arrma Vorteks, actually comes with an adjustable plate here. So like if you can see here, it does come with slotted screws, so you can actually move your motor around so that you can adjust your pinion. And from what I know, that this is actually an adjustable motor plate that's a little bit better than some of the stock Arrma plates that come with other vehicles. So this is already like an upgrade, I believe, or what I've seen in some videos. But we're going to step out to this one, which is a little bit more robust, and it also comes with their chassis brace. Okay, so let me see. We'll take apart these other pieces here. This is like a spring, a C-clip on the pinion, so we'll have to take that out. Okay, we got it out. And then we do have to take out our grub screw. So if you watch my other video too, I did take out the grub screw last time and changed it out, because one of the issues that I did have too, and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't having that problem, was this pinion actually had loosened and was moving up and down the shaft here. So people were stating that use a new grub screw just to make sure that your tip is actually on top of the shaft of your motor, that it is making contact. So this is a brand new grub screw and not the Arrma one. So I'll just put this on the side. We'll just reuse that, clean it up and reuse it. And then we'll take out our pinion. And this is again a 25T pinion that I'm using. It is a Robinson hardened pinion because I do have a 57T metal spur gear here. So we'll put that on the side. And then let's take apart our motor. So that's the first screw. Second screw. And they do include washers too. So let me just put this back together here. And I guess M2C does give you these metallic ones because it'll match their motor plate instead of using this one. So let me just pop this out. Oh, it's held in by just one screw here, a 2.0. So let's unscrew this. So there's one screw on the top here to separate the plastic housing from the Arrma motor plate. So I'll put that on the side, and this should pop out just like so. Okay, so we do need to reuse this. And then let me see if I have down to my last sheet of paper towel. So let me just clean this up so that I keep my parts clean so that we put it on the side. I just dropped the screw there, but let me pick that up off the floor. So I'll clean that up a little, put this off to the side. And then we do need to reuse this, so let's clean this up a little. Any dirt. Okay, and then let's see if I can find my screw. Luckily we did find our screw. So like so. I'm going to take apart this. We'll mock things up and see how everything fits. So this should go back together like so. Like that. Okay. So we're going to use the same screw that they have, and then we're going to have to clean this up because you are screwing into metal. So I'm going to use a little bit of blue Loctite on this screw so that we can put our plate back on. A blue Loctite. Okay. Screw this back here. So there are other parts that I was looking at. I'm getting for the Vorteks aside from this Arrma. I'm sorry, this M2C plate. Sorry about that chicken. We have a chicken outside that kind of bugs us every once in a while for food. But again, I was looking into some other aluminum parts for the Vorteks, but I think we're going to hold off on that because right now everything runs pretty well on the Arrma Vorteks, and I didn't want to weigh it down too much with the front aluminum parts for the suspension, so I think I'll hold off on that. But I'll kind of show you pictures of that later on in this video. Okay, so we got this in here. We will need the bearing, so I'm just going to push out the bearing, and I'll clean this up too, and then re-oil it. And I think so. I'm just going to oil this up. Then we can put that back here on this motor plate. Let's see which is the best way it will fit in. Because I tend not to force things in. If it doesn't go in like real easy the first time, I'll take it out and just kind of rearrange it just to see if there's like a way that it'll go in easy. Because if you force things in, then it'll be hard to get things out. So, okay, got that in there. And let's get our motor. So here's our motor. Clean this up a little bit. And we will need to find the holes that we're going to be using. So let's see here. If it's like that, I do know that our wires need to be on this side, so it's going to be something like this. I'll just get this first screw in here. Then we get our second screw. Actually just lost battery on the GoPro, so hopefully we captured enough footage in the beginning. Because I've been having problems or issue with my GoPro, and I thought buying some new supplies like that microphone and reformatting my video card will help solve the problem, but we'll see how everything is. Okay, so we got that on, and we do want to get our pinion back on, so let's get our pinion on. And then we want to get this all the way in there. Like so. And we'll get our grub screw. And then let's clean this up just a little bit. Two driver. Just clean this up a little. Get all that residue blue Loctite off as much as we can. Okay. And then we'll use just a drop of blue Loctite. So tighten up a little bit and just get a here and loosen up. And then the way I put on my mesh, I'm going to use a piece of paper. The pinion's a little bit too far in there, and I also got it the wrong way. Let me pull this pinion back out. You guys probably caught that, so flip this over. Put it the right way. There we go. Let me just double check again. Like so. So I want to tighten it. Just So again, guys, as I do like to use a piece of paper in order to set my mesh, so I'm just going to cut out a piece here. Some people do it by sound, but I find myself a little bit too OCD or compulsive, where even though I set it by sound and what I think is okay, I still don't like it and actually doubt myself. So I always go by the mesh method. Okay, so I'm going to set it like this. Let me just check on the time. But again, yeah, I just find myself not liking how it is, and I doubt myself, and I don't have it. So we can also visually check it by looking at this. And I think that actually still has a little bit of play. So let me try one more time with the mesh. So let me just loosen this up again. I'll use the piece of paper to put in between to set the mesh. So, and then if you look at it and you hear it, see how this is and how smooth this is. So there seems to be enough play. Let me put the case on, and then I'll just use my my drive. See where it's here, and I'll kind of just spin it and see how it is, and if it's smooth in engagement like that, and it does sound and feel smooth to me. So again, I'll just take this apart and look at it one more time. So as you can see, I'm kind of OCD when I put things together. I really like to be certain of how everything is, how everything feels. So that looks fine to me. So I'm going to tighten this down. Tight like that. Be careful again not to strip it. Tight is tight. This on the side. And we'll go with that. Okay. So again, M2C does give you these this drill bit, just in case you do need to remount the holes in here. But we'll see how this fits when we put this on, like that, and see how the screw fits in here when we put it together. So we'll get our 3 screws and see how everything fits when we put things back. Hopefully everything lines up and we won't need the drill bit. That looks okay. So let's continue putting this together and see how everything is. Okay, so we got our motor in. We got our motor plate back onto the input shaft there, or the shaft there. And then we're going to use the M2C brace here. And basically we're just going to slide this in. This is something I just kind of forgot to do before putting on this brace, is that you want to put on your Velcro strap to it before putting it in there, because if you tighten everything in there without putting in the Velcro strap, you won't be able to get it in there. So put in your Velcro strap first before you tighten everything, and you should be all right. So I'm just going to move this over like this, just like that, and then we'll get our screw and put everything together. So this again. Okay, now that we got the center brace, don't forget to use the screw and the nut to tighten this down, just like so. Okay. Once you got that in, we can put our center drive shaft back on. Let's get our center drive shaft back on. Move this down a bit so you can see. This end in here, make sure our bearing is over center bearing brace, like so. Pull this back, and then meet up the shaft. Just like so. And the rubber washer so it doesn't pop out. Yep, and just like that. And then we're good to go. Okay guys, so that's our M2C motor plate and our brace here, the final installation of it. And again, this is two reasons why you might want to get this. One is that if you do a lot of jumps, again, from what people have said, that they actually have bent, maybe not this plate because it does have adjustable slots here for different motors, but I believe the other stock motor plate that doesn't have these adjustable slots for different size motors is that if they do put in heavier, bigger motors, and they do a lot of jumps, the impact and weight of that motor actually will bend the plate. So that's why a lot of people are going with upgraded motor plates. And the second reason is that with this chassis support to the motor plate, it actually blocks off any dirt that can actually get into the spur gear. So it'll help prevent the pinion and the spur gear from a lot of debris that'll get in there, because normally it will get underneath that red block and then into the area here of the spur gear and gunk things up, so they can actually chew up the gears. So those are two reasons why you would probably want to get the M2C brace and motor plates. So it actually makes everything nicer too. I just wish that they would come in different colors, like red or blue or different colors, just to match the Vortex as well, since they are coming. This is actually out for the 3S ones. All right, guys. I just noticed that. But again, just like and subscribe if you like my video, if you like everything. Please support me. Visit me on Instagram, and also you can also email me. So my Instagram is again at What's New Today. That's WATS NU, the number 2 DAY, or you can email me at whatsnewtoday@gmail.com. Please support me if you can. Again, I do have to buy parts and everything out of my own pocket. Getting things to work, like the camera and everything, it's such a hassle. I really don't know what to use. This GoPro 8 has given me a whole bunch of problems recently. Battery is wearing out quickly, and they're pretty much new batteries. Memory card is not saving any videos. If you watched my last video, I did a whole bunch of bashing with the video, and it didn't record anything on the memory card, even though it said it was recording on the screen. So can't figure that out. So right now I'm just using my OnePlus 8 phone to record for at-home videos, but we do have to sort things out for the GoPro. So that's it, gang. Again, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you again soon for the next video. We'll do some more bashing, and hopefully I'll get the GoPro up and running with no mistakes and saving all the videos to the phone. Alright guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you. Bye.